The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wild Card Weekend. And off we go here on this Saturday. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hand.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's in. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, KC.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one taken in right side by Legette.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Again, it's Allen to the air. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will score. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Dolphins.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter. But that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. If you got to start looking elsewhere, you don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They run with Walker. Whoa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. Here's Walker to the 5-yard line. Now here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Dolphins will take a 21-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Okay. This is like what? Wait a moment. Do it. Hold him on the line.
Daniels now on 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Daniel. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And he will score. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Kansas City. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Daniels gonna throw again. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, Allen. He'll take a shot for Watson. And that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, There is a lot of space open under.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Dallas Flowers deep to return. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A pickup there of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken at the 5. Whoa. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The man in motion is Watson. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now Allen on 1st down. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he's going to take this all Tutu Atwell. Touchdown, Chiefs. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two. To throw is Daniels. He'll swing that out wide, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. On 1st down, it's Allen. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Shaheed in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and long. Shaheed in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air again is Daniels. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Third and 2. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and a yard. Even in the air, here's Daniel. Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The man in motion is Watson. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it up. back, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse.
They didn't need a lot here to pick up the first down, so I think it's a smart call. Get the ball to a guy who can maneuver his way across the marker. And Mike, listen, if they hadn't stopped him so quickly, you and I both know he could have taken that one a lot longer.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Shaheed in motion. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a run on first down. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On second down, it's Daniels. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. Throwing now, Allen here on first down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Look wide, get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Waste of time.
Shaheed in motion. On third down, it's Josh Allen. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down. One quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Walker. Walker, first down and more. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On second down, Walker. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll run with Walker. And he's got another one. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Dolphins. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Daniel. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it at about the 8. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. One more time with Walker. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run with Walker. And he'll get this only down to the 6-yard line. So for the moment, the defense with the stop as we get to 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Allen. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Miami. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to open up the lead to 8. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And the Dolphins are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. So a win here for the Dolphins. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. Have to get right back to work for the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.